fall behind early, then I mean, there's just no
They've
chance.
just been doing the same tricks for too long. They've been playing this Warlock for
team fight base, very team fight base drafts, and
5 seconds
when
remaining.
if QO doesn't get a good start or they don't get some sort of advantage early on,
Reserve time.
they don't have stuff to fall back on sometimes.
What has CDEC been up to recently? Since they're the match coming up, looks like we're just about to load into the lobby.
I watched one of their games today.
They lost to Navi.
It was a really
sloppy game.
Sloppy game. Navi had the superior draft. They had team fight controllers. They have for Void.
They dominated the early game as well. The other
Void
thing.
plus Magnus and Hovos was Troll. Yeah, but they were supposed to have a really straightforward win. But the game was back and forth.
So CDEC almost had a chance, even though they had a bad draft.
Even though they were supposed to get stormed in, they didn't start out well early on. They got dominated in the lane, but it was in the end a really close game.
Okay.
All right. Well, Secret versus CDEC about ready to start. I think we should just hop into the draft.
I mean, predictions. Does anyone give CDEC a shot here, or do we think it's just definitely Secret?
Secret have just been playing too tight.
I think Secret is just too much discipline.
Will Gods be the naysayer here? You like to be the hipster.
I was thinking and trying to. I think CDEC have a chance. I'm not confident enough.
Okay, so we're gonna do the whiteboard. Everybody's going with Secret.
If you gave me some good odds, I would take it on CDEC.
But just predict a winner. You gotta go Secret.
I can't.
It's that tower stat that seals it for me. They've lost like 9 towers total this entire tournament. They're still in the single digits of towers lost in 6 games.
So it's like 1.5 per game.
Yeah, they have a tier 1 standing at the end of every game so far.
That's insane.
That speaks to their domination.
I was telling Zara, if you get 3 towers from Secret, you just call GG.
Yeah, that's it. We've already done better than everyone else. We did it, boys.
We've run the table.
I feel like CDEC have a lot of a few too many holes. Like Maybe's played amazingly throughout the tournament. He's been the stand-up player. Mikasa is very hit or miss. He has some good games and some bad games. The support, similar thing with Gada and Q. Sometimes they work well together. Sometimes they get a lot done. Sometimes they just seem to have no impact. Like the game against Navi, I don't know. They didn't really accomplish anything. So.
All right, well, without any further ado, let's take a look. CDEC versus Secret, officially underway.
Well, it's going to be CDEC going for the pick of the tournament. I feel like this
Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Shadow Fiend. All regions, all kinds of players. We've seen every build under the sun. The Mech Rush. I saw Mushi go for the classic Blink BKB Rush last game. Did not work very well. We've seen the Yule Scepter build, of course. We have, I don't think we've seen it this turn, but recently I did see some of the Midas Rush. Doesn't seem as popular recently.
No, we didn't see the Dandy build. Ethereal Blade. Blink Ethereal Blade.
Yeah, that's the, I'm swagging so hard I can just build whatever I want build, I feel like. But yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
Well, Secret gonna keep on picking what's working. The Lycan comes out once more.
Why would you actually
Dire's ban.
think that you have a better chance of beating their Lycan compared to something
Radiance
else?
ban.
You're on the they're on the Radiant side, so you don't have to worry about Roshan and CDEC.
Yeah, but
I feel
Maybe
like
have a plan. You know, Lycan weaken lane. They pick up the Jug second, and if you want to give them Lycan, it immediately make me think they may be going offensive trialing.
And Lycan, you cannot go 1v1 in the mid against Shadow Fiend.
Yeah. So they pick a mid laner who can beat Lycan, and then they get the Jug. All they need now is 2 good range supports, which is lots of. Your Rubik, your Keeper of the Light, your AA.
Yeah, we saw that just now,
Yeah.
Keeper of the Light with Juggernaut.
I feel like there's... At this point, Secret can't ban out like all the supports that can offensive trialing with a Jug. They'll ban out some of the maybe the stronger ones, like the Witch Doctor, but... I think that...
I really like the fact they banned Chen, though. I think Cinderin was saying it earlier, and it really seems to be, it's the hero that's winning them their games. Like, yeah, Arteezy is going out of control mid, but he's not playing 1v1. He's always got a creep there. His lane's constantly being pressured by the Chen. It's easy for him to farm like that, and you give this hero to Puppey, he wins the mid lane, then he starts taking towers. He's split pushing if they need it with the Chen creeps. He's doing like 3 heroes' jobs. So I do like that ban a lot from CDEC. They've definitely done their research here, and giveaway Lycan, it's clear they at least think they have a game plan for it.
Yeah. And this is, I mean, for Secret, they're seeing pretty comfy here, probably just happy to kind of keep on going with the picks that they already know are working. At this time, also, you don't want to reveal too many new strats. Like, you're 6-0, you maybe have some other strats up your sleeve, but you want to keep picking Lycan. Teams know you like Lycan, so it's not really going to give away too much more for the important games. So.
Very targeted bans. The S4 Quap ban, they've been running the Shadow Fiend Quap duo a lot, normal. And the Zai Broodmother. I don't think it's their first choice for offlaner, but it's something they've turned to, I think, twice, maybe 3 times now.
I mean, he's a really unique offlaner though. He does like drag away so much
5
attention
seconds
from enemy
remaining.
supports because he's the only offlaner. Brood is the only offlaner that can actually do that. It's a very unique playstyle with
Reserve
Brood
time.
specifically.
Secret take out a couple of supports, Witch Doctor and Lion. Thinking about their third pick here.
Maybe they go for the Puck this time around.
Especially if they maybe worried about an offensive trialing, because Puck can do well in a 1v, especially with
and
Hal.
it's easy to TP in with the coil to just turn.
Dire team pick.
You know, Visage Lycan, just Drow. It's kind of the. I feel like Visage Lycan is just a more solid version of Drow, because Lycan just seems a bit more stable than the Drow pick.
Yeah,
He's more independent, it seems.
and Lycan just provides that little bit more scouting info from the walls, and having the ultimate form means like you're always gonna have a good chance of escaping sticky situations. But Drow is just
It's just a
If-
right clicker. You're not
if
versatile.
the enemy catches you, you're just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what CDEC go for here. I think
Hurry.
likely just to start picking up some of those supports. Whether it's going to be an offensive trial or not still
Reserve
remains
time.
to be seen. But
Yeah, so who are the support options here? Witch Doctor and Lion, probably two of their go-tos. They banned out the Dazzle Chen themselves.
There's Earthshaker is pretty good against Lycan, but he is melee, and if they want to go aggressive, probably not the ideal
I'm
choice.
thinking aggressive.
It's a Garter
AA
staple,
could be
though.
good
Aggressive
here.
wise, maybe Rubik.
Like AA Rubik duo.
plus AA or Rubik
Yeah.
Skyraf along the lines of those.
Yeah.
Like the enemy picking Visage is really, you see a greedy support. It further increases
Yeah.
your direction of the early game where you need to slow down the enemy greedy supports, and they have a Lycan as well. So it more or less means that you need to have strong lanes to be able to at least assert some dominance early game.
Right.
the Keeper Light, another, I mean, kind of. I don't think it's a common one.
I'm
but
not so sure about the Keeper of the
No.
Light, but yeah, it could work here with the mana leak on the maximum, more than maximum movement speed Lycan. Could work.
Oh yeah.
It's a little irritating, but is it good enough to justify the pick? Eh.
I rather have a Rubik Leaf though than a mana leak.
Yeah.
To be frank.
Yeah.
Just some sort of reliable setup. You're running a Juggernaut. There's a lot of kill potential there.
Surprised CDEC taking so long to decide on.
This was exactly
Yeah.
yesterday when I was casting with
Yeah.
LD. Why were they taking so long
It's
for
like-
the first ban?
I think
It was
Oh, wait,
literally
it
the
was a remake.
first
Oh.
ban of the game, and it was actually a
We
remake.
didn't realize
hate
everyone
that.
had left.
Oh, that's such a terrible feeling.
I was like, they must really have something like to think about right now, because
Yeah.
they were late to the game too. They were like 20 minutes late. So,
So Lich gets picked up. The Frost Armor, minus armor, the Lycan physical damage,
but
but
no offensive trial.
yeah,
Dual lanes.
pesky dual lanes.
Pesky dual.
I don't know.
I guess thinking that Lycan's likely to go mid anyway, so you offensive trialing and Lycan at that point goes mid against the SF. Sure, SF does well against the Lycan, but he's going to get more out of mid than probably
5
the
seconds.
safe lane if he's
Hurry.
against the offensive
Hurry.
trialing.
During the last draft, we saw the Lich pick and talked about some of the stats a bit.
Reserve
Can't read too
time.
far into win rates, but for dual lanes, when Lich goes off lane with a +1, his win rate this patch is like, 26%. He's gone 19 out of 36 games. And they lost the last one with it. So it's even worse than that now. It's 20 out of 37 and a little bit less. It's pretty abysmal right now. So we'll see what CDEC tried to do with it.
Secret are very single target focused right now. Don't have much in the way of team fight, and generally that's how they've been drafting throughout this tournament. They
10
picked some
seconds to
AoE
pick.
type carries like Shadow Fiend Quap, but we're not seeing that old style of Secret, the
5
Tidehunter,
seconds
Void, the
remaining.
big AoE combo heroes. They go now for
Dire team a number
Bristol
one.
back.
another tanky frontliner.
Zai hero.
Yeah, it hasn't been that common of a pick for Secret,
The-
but
the
it's been a
last-
fairly popular hero this tournament.
The last one has to be an initiator, Puck or Storm, something along those lines to fights for them.
I feel like Storm might be a little greedy.
Yeah, but they don't have.
But there's nothing to
at this
punish
point,
it.
there's no stuns on.
No stuns, no silences.
Yeah, that's
And you're not
nothing.
worried too much about like getting overrun when the Lich is not a hero that's going to pressure a Storm that much.
Yeah.
Lich Brewmaster off lane.
See, I have a pretty good face rush now.
I'm not sure. This is a hero that doesn't have any disabled when he doesn't have ulti form.
10
So-
seconds to pick.
A storm could be something really devastating for Team Secret, where
5 seconds
CDEC
remaining.
doesn't have any answers for him.
The other thing with Brew is they pick it after a
Reserve
lot of
time.
physical damage. The Fire Panda will be dealt with very
Yeah,
easily.
and it's
Dire's back.
pretty surprising you pick
And
Brew.
Bristle is very
yeah,
good
Brew,
against him.
Brew after the Bristleback, and usually the Chinese teams consider the Bristleback the counter to Brew.
What
Good reason.
What else could they have gone for there? They did need some sort of team fight control.
Only 10 seconds.
Tide Hunter, Tide.
Yeah, it's Tide or Centaur.
Just do, yeah, Lich Tide, Lich Centaur.
Maybe a
CDEC.
puck of their own.
Legion Commander can go with the Lich in the off lane. I feel like
Yeah.
there was
A lot
a
of
lot of
options.
options. And like Legion Commander against Bristle, you force him to face you as well, and you bring down the Bristle pretty easily, like later on in the game. So
Well, the Storm is banned out by CDEC, so on the same page there, but what does that leave Secret with? I guess the puck is still an option.
Yeah, the puck is the second best option here. But maybe they are considering going for something even more greedy.
Magnus, there you go. S4 Magnus.
Wow, S4 Magnus, it's been a while.
It certainly has.
Yeah, they've already picked their Lich. Rubik is still out there technically.
Yeah, Rubik could...
Decent Rubik game.
But they have heroes that can kill Rubik so easily. The Wolves,
Yeah.
the Familiars, and it's just... With the minus armor from how Rubik is just easy pickings for the summon from the summons.
So what do you think
10
they should get?
seconds to pick.
It's difficult to say. Nothing seems to be
5 seconds.
a really good
Hurry,
option at this
hurry.
point. Like they could go Rubik, but it will be entirely up to how he performs in the game. And
Reserve time.
they have a Lich, so the other support has to be
They need a stunner or
a
some
stunner.
sort.
Yeah, basically a stunner like
No
Rubik.
Lion.
the Earthshaker, something that Garda plays a lot of, was kind of a no-brainer
5
ban for
seconds.
Secret.
Hurry, hurry.
He used to play a lot of Sand King, but
Oh, this is
Skyrim.
not a. But
So
good first Magnus though with the sun.
He didn't have that much damage.
So they have one stun, Boulder Toss.
they have.
Hey, Omni
they-
Slash is a mini
they
stun.
have
And
two-
Chain Frost does. They have double mini stun,
they
dude.
have
Watch out!
two of the best lane supports in the game, though. Lich and Skyrim are two of the best heroes, like supports wise, that enhance your laning phase.
Secret just have so much damage. We've
Scary.
got Wave of Terror, the Venge Commandara. Lycan, whatever else he builds with the Vlads, the Necrobulk most likely. Visage Familiars, Bristleback Goo, Empower. They hardly need items. They just need levels, it feels like, to just crush CDEC.
Interesting stats.
Yeah, this is S4's second Magnus game
10
in
seconds to pick. 5 seconds remain.
That's surprising. I know he has been.
Someone left, but they're going to miss the digital sports.
Casa playing the Shadow Fiend, actually he's going to be your mid laner, as Lich being played by Q, and that leaves the Juggernaut in the off lane, aggressive, playing your Jug. So, looks like a lot of heroes
30
at this bottom
seconds.
rune, especially for the CDEC side. Jug's kind of lurking around, going to be going for the flank. Meanwhile, CDEC have numbers coming in from the north. They've got all 5 here. Arteezy's going to be very careful. He may get the, well, concussive shot to slow him down. This is the Havals treatment, the 5-man gank at the bottom rune. You want that bounty rune? You're not going to get it, Artur. First blood goes to Mikasa. Went for Razor, so he doesn't get the souls for that, but he gets a kill, and he's likely to get the bounty rune as well.
And resolve
Winter, this
your
is a
differences.
good start.
First blood plus bounty rune on your Shadow Fiend. Dream start.
With the Wraith Band, he's only 200 gold from a bottle.
This is a dream start for the Shadow Fiend.
That makes Magnus's life in this mid lane a lot harder.
So the lanes would be dual lanes, Lich plus Juggernaut instead of Lich plus Brewmaster, which I thought would happen. And the top lane will have Skyrock plus Brewmaster, and middle will be the Shadow Fiend 1v1, the S4 Magnus, which he always does this. Level 1 Empower versus Shadow Fiend.
Ah, okay. Not
And
going
he
for
does it
Shockwave.
against melee heroes as well. If they don't block the crit wave, if he gets a good block, he would consider taking Skewer at level 1. But since it's at the middle of the river, so he goes for the Empower.
Mikasa gives the sad face. He's not getting CS against the Empower of Magnus. With that roughly 70 damage of S4. Mikasa's just not having fun. He's needing to start throwing some raises here almost. The 2 CS to his name. Power doing some work here. Yeah, raises for the range creep, and there's your shockwave securing the range creep. So S4, his laning mechanics coming into play here in the mid lane. Really good start for him. So, as far as Secret concerned, it's going to be just, yeah, standard defensive tri lane. We'll see what they can do with that as far as pressuring the Jug in this lane. But Lich will just be able to continually pull back the wave, and Puppey, as well as Kuro, are going to have their work cut out, just using these pull camps to not let the lane push up too much against the Lich.
Looking at the CS wise, Jug has 3 CS, and compared it to Zai, they are both about the same. Both is 3 CS, but the Jug has the Lich though, have to remember that, and the Bristleback is alone at top.
Yeah. He is against a dual lane, I guess, so it's like a 1v2, whereas bottom's like the 2v3, so either way you're kind of down a number here. Aggressive on the Jug at bottom lane. What's the Blade Fury defensively here?
Needs to get his clarity going there for his next Blade Fury to protect himself, but middle lane you see Garda here standing around, they're trying to set up some stuff for the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is already up to level 4, Garda however still level 1. Needs that first point in Arcane Bolt so that he can actually deal more damage with the gank.
Yeah. Well, he's going to make his way back top, and I feel like just going for pulls and getting some more levels, and in between pulls trying to zone out Bristle as much as possible.
In this rune, Puppey, this is an easy kill if they get the skewer to the tower.
Yeah, and looks like Mikasa playing pretty far back here, but uh-oh, he's overstayed his welcome. S4 going to look to skewer him back. Mikasa's going to just try run on past him. He's going to start raising here. S4 wants his kill. Doesn't have mana for another shockwave, and Mikasa bottling up will survive.
Well, this is just the early goal burst that he had. If he doesn't have boots plus bottle, he's dead.
And that's only from the first blood. Like, that got him that extra bit of gold. Normally your SF at 2.5 minutes in has one or the other, and maybe getting close to the second one.
Yeah, you would not have both at the same time unless you had some sort of really super good start. But they escaped the gank from the Shadow Fiend. Gonna do some bottle crowing with the career upgrade, and it's gonna be fine. S4 doing the same as well. His bottle coming back out.
For the bottom lane, they're trying to contest these pulls as much as possible. Jug able to go in somewhat fearlessly with the Blade Fury to get out of there. He can always dodge a magic missile, but actually won't dodge the magic missile. Gets hit by it. The slow to follow will be Blade Furying out of that one, but here come the Lycan Wolves. Oh, couldn't get there fast enough.
That was close.
Likely kill there. Arteezy even using the Howl. Give him some extra damage. And Secret just kind of slow-paced start here, but as far as their lanes go, probably...
Mid lane is going so well for them, Mr. Parker. Just look at the CS. Magnus is on even ground with the Shadow Fiend.
Casa, he's going to hope to get that 4-minute rune here as he's trying to spam out these lanes. S4 thought about going for the top rune, but I think thought twice about it as SF was headed that way as well. And with Skywrath missing, it could have been a death trap for him. So SF gets the bounty rune up top, and
Haste rune for S4.
Oh.
What's new? Haste rune for S4.
Nothing new at all. At this point, SF would love to not let him get it.
That was close. He was just waiting for his bottle to come back.
Yeah, because he can't actually get the haste rune. Well, actually, the haste rune got picked up by the Venge just to come and help out the mid lane, so he's going to have to bottle crow again on the Magnus.
Oh, middle lane, they're going in.
I don't know if they've got the damage to kill him here. He wound up as Skewer but cancelled it as Lich TP's in. A second TP coming in. Skyrath's going to cancel his. That's a bit surprising. No RP was available.
That was 2 TPs wasted, 200 gold, and Zai going to go in on the Skyrath here.
Thinks twice of it, bit low on mana. And actually needs to be careful. He's got 5-6 charges, so he will be able to pop those soon, but may just get right click down here. He's got the 6 charges, he's got to salve, he's got to time these well. Salves up, sticks as well, but the Skyrath nuke brings him down, and Zai gives CDEC their second kill of the game. CDEC, such a weird team. Their wins have been against like some of the tougher teams. They took down eHome, and here they are against Secret. Well, okay, way too early to be calling this one like they've got a lead, but it's still a decent early game start for them.
Yeah, it was a really brilliant start for them, but still looking good for them. And Lycan getting free farm as well. Shadow Fiend has the most CS on the board right now at 33.
S4, RP mid lane, going to have the skewer back as well into the town. Mikasa's still alive for the time being. S4 does not have a shockwave, but the TP in from Puppey will secure that one.
That TP was actually quite timely. Otherwise, Shadow Fiend might have actually won the man fight.
Yeah, and Shadow Fiend just wasn't quite ready to deal with that RP. Bottom lane. Visage has been left alone now against this Juggernaut. Juggernaut level 6 quite yet, but a Frost Nova could build his death. Top lane there's been a split though. Brewmaster wants Zion. He'll get what he wants here. Zai needs one more boulder toss with an Arcane Bolt. The Arcane Bolt not needed, and
Kuroki going down.
simultaneously. That's what was kind of brewing before we looked at that top lane. The Frost Nova into the Blade Fury. As S4 looking to poke around at this top lane. What's he trying to do here? I don't think he realizes the Skywrath had a salve.
Yeah, he was looking for the Skywrath there.
Bit of wasted time for him. His rotation top was scattered out by a Dire Observer Ward as well. And Arteezy even sending his wolves towards this mid lane. I think realizing that just that little bit of extra damage and block that they can provide could be enough to set up a kill somewhere on the map.
Yeah, Mikasa gets a really good rune to protect himself, or he's gonna use this rune to maybe try and set up a kill at bottom.
He hasn't had much rune luck. He kept getting bounty runes, like the 2 and 4 minute rune, both bounty runes. Hasn't had any like DDs or invises until now. So that changes. Wasn't even the first rune he checked.
He finds something here. He has to find something first. Oh, Kuroki.
Jug has ulti. Omni Slash goes through. Kuro's got the Grave Chill off. 7 HP. The chase is on. Jug wants him, and Kuro gonna get chased down, trying to juke in the trees. Jug gets the kill. SF gets some XP from this one. Arteezy needs to be careful. Raze is available. The Magnus nearby as well. Magnus, no RP, and there come your Razes. SF gets the kill on the Lycan. He wants more, and with the Nova here, F4 in trouble. He's going to skewer back to the tower. Mikasa decides against diving underneath. Venge is rotating from the west, but I think CDEC are just fine. They should be able to get out of this one. A bit of body blocks coming in from the wolves, but Mikasa not really in any danger.
And top lane as well.
Yep. No split available for the time being, but Zai slowed down the magic damage amplified. TPM will scare back CDEC. And maybe we'll just go for a TP here. Actually could easily turn. If Zai chases this one, it could just be a, well, clap to the face. Zai cannot get too close. If he gets in range for a clap, he's gonna go down here. Maybe turns, fakes the clap. Zai juking. Nice stutter step, but he gets the kill with the last Quill Spray. Well executed by Zai there. Not letting himself get in range of that Brew Clappers. CS4 claim the regen rune up top, and Mikasa, he wants him. Triple raise, not going to be there. Gets this mid-range range, and the regen rune now being used as well. Shockwave comes out, doesn't actually catch Mikasa. Mikasa was short mana, it looks like, for the final raise.
No, he was on cooldown.
Oh, Diarrhea. What happened there?
Deep in its heart.
Top lane looks like just a bit of miss micro.
Oh dear, there was nothing inside there.
Okay. So SF top of the net worth chart by a pretty good margin here. The Lycan's actually number 5. Lycan has not had the best time as far as farm goes.
Yeah, he died twice. He got killed in the lane twice. That was what that was hindering his progress in the lane. But looking at the other lanes as well, Bristleback is doing alright. Magnus is the one that's doing the best out of all the 3 cores.
Yeah. The CDEC supports, I mean, just from the net worth, you've got a 600 net worth Lich. Skywrath is playing a kind of hard support as well, and that's where it feels like Secret are maybe getting a bit more on their support. Not to mention you get a Visage level 6, then his impact can kind of be increased by quite a lot around the map.
Venge is level 6 soon.
Yeah. CDEC poke their nose into the Radiant jungle and do find that Venge, but Jug a bit low in mana here. Could pop the sick charges if he finds the Omni Slash kill target, but for the time being we'll hold on to that.
Yeah, and Zai's just clearing some ancient stacks. That will give him a lot of levels as well as gold for him to actually catch back up. He's just very close to Arteezy at this point already after the ancient stacks. They need S4 to be the difference maker right now.
That's what they're going to try to do with him. They go for a smoke gank here. Looks like they want to head towards the top lane. SF TP's back mid here. Maybe they're going to change their mind. It looks like they want to go for a new target here. SF sees it, gets swapped back in though. Grave chilled up. S4 does not want to use the RP. He's going to be forced to triple TP, but it's going to be too late. They screw him away. And Secret will get back to safety. No counter kills coming CDEC's way just yet. They TP in. They potentially want to go for the Familiars.
That's Kuroki's level 6 as well.
Yep. Summons the Familiars instantly, and CDEC decide against any kind of retaliation. Nothing really was available to them. Need to fight around this Brewmaster split, it feels like. Maybe has got the ultimate out once more. And he's playing very aggressive on this top lane. Behind the tier 1 tower, getting, well, some cool stacks on himself. Needs to be a bit careful here. Minus armor there as well. Hasn't gone for the ulti just yet. May need to do so. If Zai turns this one around, he's going to have to ulti. Gets very low. Can he even kill Zai here? Zai's fairly tanky. And
he got outplayed there by Zai.
Yeah. Well, he finds a new target. S4's maybe coming to the wrong neighborhood here. Zai's looking to help out his buddy. S4 skewers to the side, and Gets thrown up in the air, but if Primal Splitspawn off and Brewmaster has to run, he's got no HP left. Garda on the side goes down to Zai. Zai on this Bristleback just baiting CDEC left, right, and center.
That was a very, very good play there by Zai.
Channeling his inner ice in some ways here as bottom lane Lycan pop the ultimate going for a kill, but doesn't find it. SF though, space created, says your Brewmaster, although I'm not quite sure the rest of his team will think the same as some damage being dealt towards the mid lane, but here comes S4 once again. These smoke ganks from Secret so far have been very influential.
It's gonna get
They're gonna go for it. Yeah, takes the easy kill on the Lich. Stu actually catches to the SF. He's Requiem gets cancelled. S4 likely gonna go down. Does get killed by the retaliation. Well, the dying Requiem of Souls, but no XP going SF's way for that one. So a 2-for-1 trade in the mid lane, and Secret gonna be pretty happy with that exchange.
Yeah, Brewmaster is closing in on his blink. Usually you don't see safe lane Brewmaster going for so many small items, upgrading the magic wand, getting a bottle, power trades as well. So not gonna get that quick blink, but he's almost there.
Yeah, most of the early game lead for CDEC has kind of been taken back by Secret now. Just some good decision making and 2 nice smoke ganks in a row in mid lane. And well, it's the S4 Magnus so far, making plays happen.
Yeah, that skewer there was crucial to get both of the kills. He's gonna have his blink fairly soon as well, so the Brew and the Magnus would both get them.
Arteezy. Omni Slash is there, no blade during the first stun. He gets the blade through off before the second, but the RP will keep Arteezy alive, and now Juggernaut. Where's the escape? The Skewer gonna miss, but there's a shockwave, a couple more right clicks. Skewer just needs just needs vision for the nuke here. Wants the Soul Assumption, won't need it actually. Vengeful Spirit secures the kill with a magic missile, and CDEC almost got the kill there on Arteezy, just too much armor. 15 armor with the medallion. That Jug Omni Slash didn't do anywhere near as much damage as the Jug was expecting. Their 3 cores though still very farm. They're at the top of the net worth chart. It's just the supports who are really struggling.
Yeah, the Lich is gonna be having a very tough game when the Wolves are just gonna constantly chase him down with the Familiars later on.
He's a bird in winter.
The tough game for Lich support here. He needs to just rely on the carries to make sure they are his bodyguards. Kill the summons.
Yep. A couple nice little items come up here for as far as CDEC's early game goes. The Mask of Madness for your Jug, your Brew gets his Blink, and SF gets his Mech. So all 3 of their calls buy their items.
Zai! Whoa! That swap! Oh, Puppy right place, right time. Big time.
Zai is just pushing the limits of this Bristleback. Died that one time, but since then he's baited in, forced that ultimate mid lane. They want the T1 tower. Blink Skewer gonna catch out SF. He was not ready for that one, but the full damage Requiem annihilates S4, and Mikasa gets the tower as well. He wants Kuro. He's got the healing ward keeping him alive. He does a lot of damage with the Requiem. Now it's gonna be the Jug. Possibly could just look to turn and fight onto Arteezy. A 2-for-1 trade, but SF getting the tower, and it could become a third. The Blink clap from Maybe finds another kill for CDEC. SF not quite the hero you want to be skewering in when he's going to get off the Requiem. They needed a second stun.
They didn't have RP for that fight.
No RP, no magic missile, no familiar stuns. Absolute disaster there. Up to 7k plus net worth goes your SF.
Yeah, he got 2 kills and a tower. Well, that was a huge turning point. But Magnus is gonna get his ulti back off cooldown right now.
Mid lane, Arteezy doesn't have his ultimate, and looks like he may just be going down here. The Magnus TPing in, will he get here in time? Doesn't look like it. The Blade Fury gonna spin him down. Spin to win, RP being used here. There is a Brewmaster split, but he needs to get in range for this one. Blinks up to the high ground, clap and ultimate. So far, so good for Zeke. They do lose their Jug though. S4 now, no Skewer available, gets swapped out by Puppy. That'll keep him alive for the time being. The Lich Chain Frost bouncing around, Kuro goes down. And CDEC are looking to find a new target. Q's kind of trapped up in the trees. The Familiar's blocking him in. Mikasa trying to bring down the Familiars. Takes out one, and the Wolf. Oh no! Q is just not having a good time here. The Shockwave from afar, that Wave of Terror as well. And down goes your Lich. 3-for-2 trade in the end. Looked like it was going okay for CDEC. They do kill off Arteezy. Take even-ish trade, about a 500 gold swing.
It's more or less even, I think. They traded 2 supports and an offlaner for a rich support and a carry. Feels pretty much okay for them.
Yeah. I think...
And RP was used as well. You would take that trade. Like, it's a fairly good trade for CDEC.
And that's the thing, like, sure, the gold net worth chain was maybe favoring Secret from that fight by a small margin, but it allows CDEC to go for objectives, as we're seeing now. With no RP, They feel pretty safe and secure that they can try and take down and pressure this bottom tier 1 tower.
Yeah, and Secret immediately looking for the trade. Middle lane.
Maybe on mid lane. Also just killing off the familiars. I don't think Kura actually has familiars at the moment, which is...
48 seconds cooldown.
Yeah. SF just two-shotting them, so it's a kind of tricky game for the familiar
And
micro.
here they come. They're not going to let this tower go. Here they come with the
Secret
smoke.
have got to see this coming, or at least something coming. Oh, they're roshing.
Something is wrong. Wow, this is actually a really good rush.
Because Secret probably expect them to be like, they know they're at the T1 bottom tower, and they expect them to be like cutting through the Radiant
They're
jungle.
coming together to middle and they're actually rushing.
Most teams would just sweep through the Radiant jungle and look for kills there.
But it's a bit too obvious, that's why they went for the rush, and this is actually paying off because Secret thinks they are coming, you know.
Oh, there's going to be a Lycan Wolf headed towards the pit, but it's too late. They even had the Sentry Ward down to prevent any kind of shenanigans from those Lycan Wolves. Secret looking for the trade up top. The T1 tower is low. Zai on the front lines has a completed mech now, but CDEC ready to fight. The Brewmaster coming. No split available just yet. As SF going to TP into the front lines. S4, what's he been up to?
Oh, he missed the cut.
Oh, well. No Primal Split just yet as well. Lycan now going to look to pop the ultimate. He's looking to hightail it out of there. The big bad wolf not looking so big and bad right now. He's looking like he's a little puppy. Gotta turn around, throw the Lycan up in the air, and the SF Requiem Assault doing good damage. S4 now, RP hits a lot, but it's used, well, it's actually doing some good damage here. The Chain Frost goes to the familiars, does absolutely nothing. Arteezy no longer in the ulti form, trying to juke and jive, but gets brought down as well as the Magnus dead. Zai, his mech helped his team out a lot there, but in the end, they lose both their main core heroes.
Good trade for CDEC again. RP used 2 for 2, position 2, position 1 hero for Secret going down, and CDEC losing 1 support and the offlane again once more. The RP there was really crucial. Otherwise, I think Arthur would have died right away because he caught the Panda split, so he couldn't dispel and drop the Lycan down for the Requiem or so. So the ulti from SF actually not shooting Arthur there. So, but it didn't matter. He still died at the end of the fight, and CDEC happy again with the trade once more.
Yeah, just buying the time for the shapeshift to wear off. It's still very close on overall net worth, but it's CDEC's carries. I feel like CDEC have the farm in the right places. You don't really mind that your Lich has low net worth. The Skyreth, similar thing, but for Secret, we'll see what they can do. They're a bit more farm on some of these supports perhaps, but their cores are kind of lacking in that area. SF is monstrous right now. He's got almost 10k net worth. And, well, let's see where SF goes. As far as items go for the SF, what are we thinking here? I think he's actually got something coming out in the Courier.
Skadi next or Manta?
What's in the Courier? He's got a Yasha, so...
Yeah, Manta will be the next one. Here we go. They have split up soon, 20 seconds. RP still, it's actually almost the same, 14 seconds as well. So both of the teams will have their big spells up for this fight. Unless they catch someone out, and there's no fight.
Oh, well, it's Arteezy. Thinks he's maybe safe for this top lane, or I'm about to find out that is not the case. Pops the ultimate, but he's going to get annihilated. Burst it down quickly, and CDEC find another kill. They can look to transition, possibly try and take a tier 2 tower up top with this. SF leading the way.
Another pickoff on Arteezy. His network is really suffering because of all the multiple pickoffs, and dying in the fights not really helpful.
Yeah. Right now, the problem is SF with an Aegis in hand is just going to kind of camp himself on the front lines here. Not really a target you can go in. Even if you blink screw him in, he just goes for the Requiem. Even if you kill him and chain stun him, he's got the Aegis, and then you've blown all your kind of disables and stuns just to get rid of the Aegis. So a full minute and a half left on this Aegis, and this will be a straightforward tier 2 tower claim, it seems, for Team CDEC. Secret possibly, well, facing maybe their first defeat here. It's still early days, but 20 minutes in, things looking very good for CDEC.
Yeah, they can still come back in the later stage of the game. They have RP, you know, if you land a really good RP with Lycan Wolves and Power on the Bristleback and Power on the Lycan, Bench Aura, that's a lot of potential damage there coming up. Like CDEC could be far ahead, but if you get caught up by RP, you're gonna die.
It feels like how many times back on the Alliance days with S4's Magnus were Alliance behind by 10, 15k gold just for one RP, and then suddenly the game gets turned around and Lotus Farm Catch picks up, and suddenly Bulldogs are split pushing, and just a few S4 RPs just turn the game around. So see what they can do here. They've got the split push from the Lycan, they can pressure a lot of these lanes. It's hard for CDEC just to group up and go for any kind of 5-man push without having to trade something else in one of these side lanes.
TP cooldown for RTZ. Needs to hang in here for another 10 seconds.
Relax, he's fine.
Bristol, however, will be finishing
out.
his Vanguard, destroying the tier 1 at top.
He's farmed. He's got
Yeah.
by far the highest net worth on Secret.
Crimson Guard looks to be a really good choice against the CDEC heroes. I wonder if he's actually going to complete the Crimson Guard or just go for a big item right now. Maybe SNY, some sort of damage item with stats.
Lycan doing a good job scouting out the movement of CDEC heroes here. They smoke underneath the Lycan Wolves. Or at least what looked to be. The Lycan Wolf was very nearby, and I think it spotted them as they make their way towards the mid lane, and Arteezy maybe didn't spot it because he's hanging around way too long. Okay,
Arthur again.
he's backed off just at the right time. Calculated.
That was just really close for him.
The Wolves were right. They scouted out the CDEC heroes and then walked away, and they smoked right after they kind of walked away. So I think he had a pretty good idea of
Here
the
comes
timing
the
there to
whole team,
arrive.
and RTC would not be able to join his team here. This is going to be a really big fight for CDC to win. They have the numbers here.
Blade Fury. Bit of an interesting choice there. The Primal Split now coming out as well. S4 in the trees may just give up Puppey, but the Jug...
Killing spree.
Well, he's going to look to bring on the veg. Meanwhile, the Brewmaster looking to chase down Kuro. Boulder Toss cancels. Just the two supports, and as far as that fight went, that's probably... Cut your losses if you're Secret.
Yeah, they really wanted to get the Bristol back. That was their primary target, but they couldn't get him, and they have to settle for the two supports. RTZ here, getting caught out by the Juggernaut. Has Omni Slash, but oh my god, he's gonna... Oh, it's gonna be barely enough for them to get the kill.
Alright. Not quite enough damage output from the Jug.
Didn't proc enough crits.
Not enough crits, not enough Maelstrom procs maybe. Bit of an interesting item, the Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's actually pretty unusual to see Juggernaut going for a Maelstrom this early on. Maybe the passive he's thinking that maybe you go for a Mjolnir, then the passive, the static charge would be really good against all the summons attacking you. Could that be the idea?
I mean, it doesn't do damage though to the familiars or the Lycan Wolves.
Not sure though, what's the reasoning?
It's kind of like, to me it just feels like a poor man's Battle Fury as far as pushing out lanes a bit faster and
Feels
accelerating
like
your farm.
Faceless Void item build.
Yeah. But you don't have the same like lockdown of a Chronosphere to make use of it. You're in Omnislash, you're not getting like the true benefit. It does give great attack speed. Mjolnir especially as an item gives you a lot of attack speed.
Here comes the Panda.
Oh, fast fingers from S4. Blinks himself out of there. Kurek is actually the one getting hit by the concussive shot. Looks like both him and S4 will be able to get back to relative safety.
Shadowfiend probably looking to go for the Skadi right after this. Just more armor, more hit points to survive. The Bristleback, the Lycan, Familiars. BKB doesn't seem like the ideal item here in this game for the Shadowfiend.
I think the Skadi, if not that, then some kind of like the Butterfly Satanic type build that you sometimes see.
And you can see here the Skyrath already acquiring a Ghost Scepter to deal with all the physical damage on the Secret side. Lumi was talking about during the panel time that during one of the games, like the enemy had so much physical damage and the supports didn't even get Ghost Scepters in that game. And this game, CDEC proving that they are aware that they need some Ghost Scepters on their supports against this lineup. RTZ getting surrounded here.
He's going to ulti fast. The Silence not going to come into play soon enough, but they need a Boulder Toss. It's going to be a swap as well. No chance for a Mystic Flare from your Skywrath Mage. That Lycan got out of there and got out of there fast. Maybe the Boulder Toss stun with a Mystic Flare could have maybe come close to killing off Lycan, but the swap helped
the
get
lack
him
of
out of there.
stuns there, you could tell the lack of stuns were their issues.
Skywrath just hoping the Silence got off before the Shapeshift.
But it was already too late and wasted the Panda split there. That was... I understand it was a big kill, it was worth the risk trying to use the split to get that kill.
Yeah. Well, elsewhere, Secret still seem to be kind of playing pretty well from behind as far as their cores go. Lycan playing catch-up farm for a long time. And, well...
Shadowfiend going for Talisman of Evasion here. It's a very cost-efficient item. Probably second most efficient after the plate mail on just a single non-completed item of just counting on what it gives you.
Well, this stage of the game, maybe. Hey man, Ironwood Branch. Best value in the game.
GG Branch.
The GG Branches. Another Roshan now has respawned, and CDEC don't want to go right into the pit here. Jug and SF both nearby, but potentially a little bit concerned about what Secret are up to. If they see some heroes top, they likely would go into the pit.
And Zai, he finishes the SMY. He didn't complete the Crimson Guard, but he's gonna do a lot of damage right now with the stacks from Warpath and the movement speed from the SMY. Here comes the same similar smoke movement from CDEC. Going into the enemy jungle, they need to get this kill on the Bristleback. This is a big kill for them to get if they see him.
Oh, they've seen him now. The blink clap is there. No primal flip for the time being. They slow him down the haze. The concussion's got TP's coming in now. Zai taking heavy damage. They'll Omni Slash as well to bring him down. And Jug, well, he can't TP out. No other veg swap available. Just out of range. He's getting close. There's your swap. Catches just the Lich though. The Chain Frost gets cast as well. It's still bouncing back to the summon units. Not going to get onto any hero targets here. Arteezy stunned up, but they haven't really got the damage or the stun duration. They cyclone him now, and this Lycan shapeshift is going to wear off soon. RP, but Lycan's still in the air. He can't do damage during the RP. And Arteezy, his ulti's worn off. He's got to be careful. He gets thrown up in the air again, and once he comes back down, he may just die. But it seems Secret have at least done enough damage to push CDEC back for the time being. Without ultimate, CDEC kind of limited in their options.
A big win for CDEC again. Like RP down, like how many times have we seen RP used and no casualties or Secret took a back trade? There was not any good RPs this game, nothing. Like he hit 2 or 3 heroes, but like you mentioned, Arthur was like controlled by the boost so well, like twice in the air, not doing damage. And
All the toss, Cyclone.
RP down, but so what? Like Bristleback was already out at the start of the fight. There's no one else to do damage.
Just like a few soul assumptions, but that's soul assumptions you have regardless of the RP.
This is a really crucial point of the game as CDEC is already showing their dominance.
They have these games where they look so good, and then you see the standing, you're like, how is this team 2 and 3? How are they losing to some of the teams they're losing to?
They made so many good movements, very good in the team fights, and Zai, he's proving to be a crucial part of damage source from Secret right now. Like Arthur is probably not the carry anymore. The carry is the Bristleback here.
See where goes next. It feels like a good game to get something like an Assault Caress against the Omni Slash, all the physical damage that is on the CDEC side. Basher may be the other option.
BKB would probably be okay for the Bristleback because you don't get slow from the Frost up. Like you're going to be hitting everyone with Frost armor.
Or even just looking at that last death, so much of that damage was magic damage and nuke damage.
Instant seal. And
the slows that set it up.
The Shadow Fin nukes as well. Yeah. The Lich, a lot of big.
Even just that Drunken Haze plus concussive shot that started it off with
100 movement speed left on the Bristleback with SMY.
Yeah. Alright, BKB it is. You've sold me. Forget Assault Caress. Well, he's only got 900 gold, so he's got his work cut out for him as far as finding the space to farm it, but Lycan doing what he can as far as creating some pressure at the top lane. As the Necrobook to him will force some rotations up here. It looks like a tier 2 tower may just go down. Arteezy will leave the summons to finish off the job, and no one on the CDEC side TPing just yet.
Well, he's still going to get the tower, but not getting the last hit there. And here comes Bristleback trying to defend this tier 2 push by CDEC. Mikasa leading the charge, standing up front. That Swagger Fin with the Aegis, no fear at all.
Surprisingly, CDEC has not defended the top lane. Lycan could have almost stayed up there to apply some additional pressure, but it's going to reach the tier 3 tower, and CDEC is still on this tier 2. They really want to force the issue while they have this Aegis. The good news is they did see the Lycan bottom, so they know Lycan's not up there. There's going to be a Blink Screw onto Mikasa. Manta immediately out of that one, just trying to force some spells out of CDEC. They don't really have that much intent. They swap him back in. Now they want to try and kill. Doesn't have mana from the Repcom. That's going to blow the Aegis, and they still got RP. Are they going to look to go in on this one? No, not happening just yet. Zai on the front line is going to goo up Mikasa. Looks like CDEC just get a tier 2. That was not exactly the best use of that Aegis all their time. They gave up a tier 2 top.
Even trade, and Secret are happy with that.
Yeah.
They traded the Aegis as well. It was a really good skewer swap. The guy just got dragged back 2 screens away.
And they knew that they just didn't have, as long as they didn't use any big ultimates or overcommit, they kept everyone in a safe enough position that the rest of CDEC couldn't get in. And CDEC, they haven't really got initiation. The Brewmaster can blink clap, but they've got no follow-up stuns, no real lockdown to burst down the Magnus or burst down the Lycan, and the swap save is always there as well.
And here comes the swap from Secret this time around. They're tired of being dragged around by CDEC gangs, and they want to start something with the Magnus RP this time around.
Fair enough. It's a T1 mid tower that's being defended now by a couple of heroes. Jug in the nearby neighborhood, and Bristle doing what he can against the Frost Armor, which is kind of pesky here. No deny attempt coming out from Jug though.
Bristleback though. He has 2.4k gold, like you mentioned. I was thinking maybe Blacking Bar would be something that he might want to consider, but he probably hasn't made up his mind on what he needs next. Like you mentioned, Assault Cuirass, but I'm favoring more of the BKB, giving him the immunity from the Ancient Seal, the Skyrock Ultimate, and all the slows from Frost Armor in general. But it doesn't seem like convincing though that BKB is like the best choice here.
Needs both. BKB and Assault Cuirass. There we go. His mind's made up. He needs both.
And Swagger
It's simple. You just buy both at the same time.
Mikasa made up his mind, completes the butterfly, has that evasion. It's gonna be so hard to take him down right now.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like your Bristleback as your main carry. MKB is not on that list of items. TZ did not get off the ulti this time. Gets burst down with an Ancient Seal clap, and
Easy kill.
CDEC continue to find pickoffs here. Up 19 kills to 14. Outmaneuvering Secret.
Yeah, they have this really deep ward as well, like giving them intel. They knew the Lycan was nearby in the area, passing through that ward, so giving them the necessary intel to actually get that kill there. And here comes Kuroki. Oh, he's gonna get caught. Has a Ghost Scepter up his sleeve. If he needs to, he can Grave through the creep and just get back out to safety.
There's a Bristleback top who they have to worry about to some extent. Not quite the same pushing power of a Lycan, but
He pushes fast as well, but he's gonna actually choose the TB back. 3.8k gold BKB. Yes, enough gold for BKB. Yeah.
sells his wand or something and picks it up, so he's ready to fight, ready to defend.
And CDEC going to back off for now. Not having that Aegis, they don't want to commit to a high ground push and just lose a couple of core heroes and your lead just gone blown away. The lead at the moment that CDEC have is just like 5,000 gold. It's just it's very little at 30 minutes. But it seems like they're still in a lot of control in the game. Better map control, Shadow Fiend, Juggernaut and Brewmaster, three very hard to kill cores at this point of the game, and Lycan on the enemy team is very poor for his state.
Fairly just methodical game plan for CDEC, and that's where they're only getting ahead by a little bit, because Secret are a very efficient team. They're always making the most out of the farm on the map, so even when they're behind, if CDEC don't try and get hyper aggressive, Secret will at least keep within range.
Yeah, this Bristleback is just keeping them in close distance. He has a lot of net worth, and the most net worth on the Secret team, like we mentioned before, does the most damage at this point of the game with the Empower.
Yep. No, for Secret, things are just going to be kind of, let's sit back, let's farm our lanes, let's not look to make anything too crazy happen. Their initiation also isn't that impressive. Like, they've got the mag RP, but that's not saying they want to just lead off a fight with if they can only catch a couple of heroes.
Best case scenario, enemy team goes on Bristleback, Zai runs around, baits them into a bad position, RP comes in, gets like 2 or 3 heroes. That would be the best scenario for them to take a fight. Now, team fight wise, Brewmaster, like if you look on CDEC, how they itemize, Brewmaster has AC, it has Blades, a lot of armor, Shadow Fiend minus armor, Shadow Fiend has Butterfly, Mag as well. The whole team with the Frost armor just feels so tanky at this point.
Yeah, one of those, not about underrated spells, one of those spells that does a lot, but it's not as obvious in a fight as far as how much survivability it can give. But see here on the graphs, it is the lead for CDEC. 35 minutes in though, it's nothing crazy, something that can be turned around. But Secret have to find a way to win a fight off of this. And it feels like there's a lot resting on the S4 Magnus to hit a multi-hero RP, and assuming CDEC position right, don't get baited by a Bristleback more than anyone. That's the thing, it's just like Bristleback who can maybe look to bait them in and be on the front lines. Makes things very difficult for Secret.
He's gonna be able to shred the Skyrath and the Lich if he can actually get to them. But at the same time, CDEC have so much control with the Brew and the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is also quite farmed for CDEC.
Yep.
He's the second most farm on their team. 15k net worth, very similar to the Bristleback as well.
The Maelstrom paying off, perhaps?
Yeah, and he went for like all the small. Look at his itemization. He went for Blink, Master Madness, Sanj and Yasha, Skullbatcher, Maelstrom. Literally no big items.
Yeah.
Like he has 6 medium items.
He'll get the Abyssal Blade. He'll get there. I don't know. Sanj and Yasha's close to a big item. Maybe less so in Jug.
Okay, medium item.
Medium.
Not a small item.
Abyssal Blade, that's where it's at. And I imagine that's what he's going to look to just get the full purchase of. That, because they're so lacking on lockdown. Abyssal Blade will
solve the problem.
It doubles their lockdown. They go from just having a Boulder Toss to having Boulder Toss and Abyssal Blade.
Dire's top tower is
And they need to
under
be
siege.
very careful of the top lane though when they try and push. Just
Yeah.
look at the health of the tower at the tier 3 at top. It's already down to 300 HP.
Here come your Lycan Wolves as well as Necro
They're
units.
just chipping and chipping and chipping. It's gonna go down.
Yeah, SF will actually take out the Necro book and all the range one looking to come back in and
Oh, the jungle. The jungle, 2 teams will converge.
Necro book will scout them out and I think Secret have no interest in fighting CDEC whatsoever.
Oh, the wolf is actually gonna get the tower. They didn't deny the tower.
43, it doesn't do enough damage, I don't believe.
Yeah.
No, not with all the armor. It'll just heal up. Or it should heal
He
up.
needs a lot more than that. Magnus so far just has a BKB threats blink. Not that impressive because they are not really winning much of the team fights and just trying to split and farm as much as possible.
Oh, Roshan. Oh, there was like 10 seconds short of the Roshan.
This is the smoke. How many times have you seen this smoke? This path that CDEC are going.
Oh.
They're gonna catch out the Lycan.
They're
or
faking
they-
Roshan, and uh-oh, they do see him. They blink. Uh-oh, Club's not going to land, but they get the silence, and RTZ, down he goes. Here comes Secret. They're going to buy back the Lycan. Looking to buy good up. He catches 2, including Mikasa. And SF in a lot of trouble. Mikasa gets the Mantro. Can he be kept alive here? Doesn't look like it. The Wrecking Soul's going to negate some of the Secret damage output, but the damage has been done. They lose Skyreth. They're looking to get the kill on Lich. Lich TP out. Unsuccessful. And SF even fought back for this one. Oh dear.
Oh, they need to get a Roche or something to compensate the loss. But yeah, there we go. The best RP of the game, and
The only RP of the game, I feel. Oh, he had some solo kills. That's as far as team fights go, that's a game changer.
this is the one that's gonna change a lot of the game. It's gonna get the Aegis, the first Aegis for a Lycan. 37 minutes.
Okay. Oh, God's the skewer onto the jug across the ravine. Down goes aggressive, playing way too aggressive.
That paying off again. Like, how many times have we seen this ward just getting big kills for a team that has the vision?
CDEC now. They have got a Juggernaut buyback and maybe force this out into using Arteezy's going straight for the top lane. It's going to be a good old-fashioned split push. Both mid and top being seized. The tower goes down. Rax now is well in trouble. Amelia Rex is the first target, and Jug may just have to buy back. It's a 2-pronged attack for Secret. There's your buyback from Jug, and
Middle tower is
there's
being
4 up in the
attacked.
top lane as well. They're going to be just content with the buyback, having no RP. It seems Secret will at least back off for the time being.
Oh, huge win. Look at the goal swing. For the first time of the game, Secret are in the lead. Like it, boys.
A 10k swing just
Dire's middle
out of
tower
one team
taking
fight.
damage.
I mean, to be fair, it was a team fight, a Roshan, and
Towers?
2 towers, a tier 2 mid and a tier 3 top, so I don't even know if you can call that the rubber band, because a 5k gold lead, you don't get much of that gold swing. That was a pretty small lead. More than anything, it was just a team wipe followed up by towers and Roshan. That's where the gold's coming from.
This is a massive loss for CDEC. They need to somehow try and get more farm on the Shadowfiend. He is like not very tanky, even though he has so many items, but when he got caught in the RP, just show you how much damage that they could do.
And Zai in true carry form. Gonna get the MKB to deal with that butterfly.
Did he sell the Vanguard?
He's sold the Vanguard.
Alright, he sold the Vanguard.
He's pretty tanky. He sells the mech as well as the BKB, so. And the Sanjin Yasha giving him even more HP.
Oh, just one moment in the game. CDEC lost all the lead they have.
Well, they got the Lycan and just thought, great, even if, I mean, I guess they were probably a little surprised in the moment that Secret had initiated on them from behind.
This is like not the normal situation where you get the enemy like and you feel okay, we killed their carry.
Yeah.
But Bristleback is the key hero for Secret this game. And obviously the Magnus RP there was so good from S4. Catching out 2
This
important
ward
heroes.
may,
Again, the ward again.
yeah. It's going to just be a D ward note for the time being here, so it looks like they don't actually want to go on maybe. Going to pick up a Basher, so Brewmaster transitioning into, well, a 3rd carry for the CDEC side. SF and Jug wasn't enough, they want
Dire's
more.
bottom tower is being attacked.
Will there ever be enough carries?
So, yeah, too greedy. No. Well, the rating side, it's the Bristle Lycan, but Magnus, as far as team fight potential goes, is kind of being the difference maker.
this is looking like a really good timing for Secret to push again. RP is up. They have everything they need. They still have Aegis. 2 minutes more on the Aegis, actually. Go time.
Yeah, it feels that way. And
Cheese on Lycan as well. Necrobook 3, AC, Vlad's like he has all the push items he needs. Smoke. They're actually gonna smoke. Try to get a good RP off here, maybe to start the fight.
or just feign that they had backed off. And in reality, CDEC maybe just decide to poke their noses out of their base. And
it's like if you make a mistake, you just get caught and you lose your racks here. But CDEC would know better. They're going to hide in their base.
even just forcing a buyback with a pick off here. But yeah, no heroes found just yet. They even swing all the way top lane. Are they
Oh, do you want the racks?
actually going to try out damage the backdoor protection? They get an Observer down. They want vision here, and oh, they're considering Necrobooks, Wolves. Can they out damage it? They've got creeps in the mid lane. There's no backdoor protection. It looks like they get that insta racks here. No glyph available.
Oh my god.
S4 says, "Hey, I know a thing about or two about Rat Dota, an old team of mine."
Chat wheel, that just happened.
Yeah. And hey, mid lane. Hello. Welcome to Lycan Dota. 2 lanes of racks suddenly looking like they're going down. It's going to be at least a melee one in the mid lane. Zion the front lanes with Aegis. You don't want to go in this bristleback. He's hard enough to deal with as it is, and Secret just say, hey, our Necrobooks are gone. We can just back off. That was a win already. But round 2, here we go.
Racks going down uncontested.
That was a bit anticlimactic. Very... I mean, see, that just goes to show how volatile this game can be. All it takes is one team fight for Secret, and well, it's the Lycan. It's the dirty dog.
It feels like the game yesterday, the black hole game. One black hole to change the game.
I mean, this game it definitely felt like CDEC at least had some late game options as far as winning this game. But
Yeah, but it's already coming to the difference where the Lich and the Skyroth doesn't do as much as the Bench and the Visage.
And also just not having glyph. It's CDEC's lineup just kind of, you could see they're lacking the mobility. Couldn't get to top lane fast enough. They weren't expecting Secret to just run in and take a racks. And then mid lane was suddenly being breached, and they're just like, what do we do? Brewmaster's maybe in range for a blink, but SF can't get into the fight. Jug can't get into the fight. They have no good initiator, really. The Brewmaster can go with the split, but with all the physical damage, his Brewlings will just instantly die.
I think he's even more valuable with his ulti form now.
Well, no glyph coming up soon. Finally, CDEC have a glyph available once more. Here's the initiation coming in. RP just used on one. They want Mikasa. The skewer there as well. Mikasa still alive for the time being. Gets pushed back. That'll keep him alive. They may just look to focus down the base here. Zai's BKB wearing off soon. They kill the Bruiser. He 2 shots the Wind Panda. And Visage going to bring down the tower here. The Chain Frost bouncing around a little bit, not really doing all too much damage. Zai tanking up as much as he can, and Kuro now the one on the run. The Ancient Seal with the Arcane Bolts make it 2, 3. Jug with a batch, gets 1. I think Secret just going to try and look to back off as much as possible out of this one, as the Brew Split was used.
And
the
look,
Tier 3 tower was playing.
They got the tower for support though. Acceptable.
The Howl push, you've got Familiar still in the base. I guess they're going to have to, well, they can't resummon them. He'll do 0 damage. That's it. Do as much damage as he can, and that amounted to 0.
At the end of the day, it's still Secret getting a good trade there for support.
Support and his familiars for a tier 3 tower. And
RP cooldown, there go again. And Zai will complete his heart if he wishes to.
this Secret team, they're the real deal. They just make this game look like they were never really in that bad a position. And CDEC had their early game lead and had a good late game lineup when you look at like a Jug SF with Frost Armor as a late game tool.
It's more of their supports aren't as strong as Secret. Secret supports are more, they have much more potential in scaling into the late game. And Lich, obviously, we talked about how valuable the Ice Armor could be in late game situations, but Skyroth is just not a support that cuts in the late game. He doesn't offer too much apart from just the burst, and yeah, basically his contribution is really close to none when everyone has BKBs and he dies in one stop.
See what Secret's next move is. For now, they're happy just to farm their side of the map. Finish up another item or 2, including a Heart of Trask for Zai. He wasn't unkillable enough already. Just give him a bit more HP. Not to mention the sustain when you're going for a siege of a last lane of racks. You can take a lot of damage back off, heal up with ease with the Heart of Trask, and we'll see Secret. Looks like they just headed towards bottom as 5. No interest in waiting for any kind of Aegis or anything like that. SF has more money for a Satanic. We'll see if he looks to buy it here or just hold onto the buyback. Familiars nearby, they see them, and Secret, well, it looks like they're going to lose their Familiars, and that's got no resummon. He just respawned and brought them back out, so that's a bit annoying for Kuro.
This is tough times for CDEC. They have to try and take a fight outside, otherwise when Secret reaches the base, they're just gonna send the Bristol back and the summons hit your racks and just wait for it to come in. It's best of CDEC try to take a fight before Secret reaches the base. Otherwise they could even just swirl side to just get the racks.
Yep. Well, Jug gets an Abyssal Blade, so adds some much needed lockdown for CDEC, and just having no real disables, having no, I guess, good late game initiator to kind of go with the Brewmaster. The Brew alone just isn't really cutting it at this point.
Yeah, Shadowfiend keeps getting control in the fight. It's just difficult for him to dish out damage. Here goes the swap.
S4 gets caught by surprise. Abyssal Blade swapped out by Puppey. Oh, that could be a game changer, but they lose the Magnus anyways. Zyno in some trouble as well. The physical damage, he can't turn his back in time. He may just go down. It's a triple kill for your Jug. What's going on? Lycan now going to send his summons towards the bottom lane, and
Abyssal Blade, lockdown.
that was
3 kills.
a big surprise here. Lycan, Wolves, and Necrobook going to go for the racks at bottom lane. Glyph gets forced out, and well, he'll lose most of his summons there. Does a bit more damage though, so some permanent damage does get dealt to the range racks. Bit by bit. The Rat Dota continues.
They still have the problem. No towers, exposed racks against Lycan. They just need to do something, otherwise, as time goes by, RTZ is just gonna get your racks.
Yeah, and if they ever, well, at the same time, like if that something is involving trying to group up smoke, push, or whatever, Lycan will just kind of split push. We'll go for another lane. We'll try and prevent any kind of movement out of around the map from CDEC. Not to mention the Lycan Wolves as just mobile scouts is going to give CDEC a really tough time here.
Rosh is gonna be up soon, and CDEC having the numbers advantage now. Really gonna hope that they get the Roshan next.
Yeah. Well, Magnus is back, and we'll see what the plan's going to be here. No Bristleback as Zai. We're dead for another 15 seconds. Roshan will, as I said, respawn any second now, but it looks like CDEC want to try to find another pickoff before they go for Roshan. Maybe is leading the way here on the Brewmaster, has a blink up and available. Oh, Puppey clapped up. The first hit bashes there. Puppey not getting out of this one. That Invis rune. Not working against the Brewmaster who has a gem.
Rosh is up, and Lich is gonna scout things out. CDEC gonna get the next Rosh. Aegis, Cheese. Aegis on the SF. Cheese would probably go on a Brew, perhaps. Yeah, probably on the Brew. And he needs to pass the gem to someone else.
I mean, CDEC, they just lost 4 racks so easily, but do you still give them much of a chance here?
It's still Secret's game, even though they won they got a couple of pickups here and there, but Secret obviously is still in commanding position in the game.
It's just crazy. You look at some of these graphs and we're back to an advantage for CDEC. After that Aegis, the experience heavily in their favor, but end of the day, it's your base that matters. Throne still standing, but 2 lanes of racks means you're very close to that throne capitulating.
Well, like you mentioned, CDEC still has one last glyph to actually protect their base, if needed. Oh, they're gonna scout out the Bristol back here. The ward gonna show. Does he have Abyssal on the Panda?
No, just the Basher.
No bash yet.
Has got the money for it in 400, but I'm not sure if maybe it's
buyback would probably be more important for him. But regarding the situation that his team has really little stunts apart from the Omni Slash, I mean the Abyssal Blade from the Juggernaut and the Boulder Smash, but maybe he would consider to complete the Abyssal soon, since it's like some sort of all-in push here. They want to finish the game or try and get at least a Rax here. Juggernaut is all the way at top. He has Boots of Travel, so he can join his teammates in no time.
Alright, we'll see what S4 can do. His Magnus won many big games in the past before. Needs to do one more here, perhaps. We look for the Blinks who are not going to find on the Shadowfiend. Not the end of the world for Secret or loss here. They're still holding a good record up until now. Mikasa going to look to, well, push in the front lines. Has got the Hop, does use the Manta to dodge some of the damage in. Secret still working away as much as they can onto the Mikasa Shadow Fiend, but it's going to be a blink in initiation from the Brewmaster. Doesn't go for the ulti right off the bat. Juggernaut actually blade fear himself out of there. Now comes your Primals, but they throw the Bristle up in the air, realizing he's not someone they have to deal with, but the Brewlings are taking huge damage here. They've lost 2 right away. This third one, the Earth Cannon, is being focused down now. They're going to lose the Brewmaster. Meanwhile, the Scarif ultimate brings down the Magnus. Brew going to buy back. They need his Vlad's and AC Aura, but he can't get there in time. He's going to defend the base. Secret are repelling CDEC. 2 buybacks have been used. The SF Age is going to get procced here, and Garda, he's going to be ignored in the Ghost Center form. Instead, they go for Mikasa. Puppy wants to chase, so he wants this Skywrath Mage. 4-star forward, no chance for a TP out. And, well, chomp, chomp, chomp goes the big bad wolf. Arteezy gets another kill. A third buyback comes out. Q on the Lich uses his Ghost Scepter. Juggernaut going to look to turn this around. Has got an Omni Slash, but too many creeps, not to mention a too tinky of a Bristleback. Maybe in the front line, doesn't have ultimate, but he's a lot harder to beat down, maybe with the AC and the Vlads. The Cheese getting popped now as well. CDEC maybe finally starting to break through Secret. They get 1 kill on the Bristle, but he's going to buy back as well. And this is just the first of probably many buybacks to come. Secret are just out blasting CDEC here. They've got the buybacks themselves. Visage going to use his. Lycan's got one available. Where does it end? The Vengeful Spirit now dies. CDEC used everything they've got. Just the Lycan's buyback remaining. He uses it. Every single buyback on the game in cooldown. It's 4v5 something after 10 heroes have died. Secret lose the Bristleback. It's a dieback from Zai. Is this actually happening? An ultra kill coming up from your Juggernaut with a huge Omni Slash, and Mikasa still very healthy. Not to mention your Juggernaut full HP pushing down the mid lane. What an insane team fight.
Oh my god. 10 buybacks was there?
Not all in that fight. Some of them were from like the Vengeance was from some time ago, but what on earth? Are CDEC actually still in this game? They're going to maybe defend their base soon. Not to mention be worried about a potential backdoor from someone.
RP, 5 seconds, here comes the summons.
The summons are going to look to get the Mega Creeps at bottom lane. Meanwhile, see it going for Rax here. They've got to defend. They've got the Skywrath back there. They've lost range Rex already. They're going for the throne. It's going to be a good old-fashioned base race. Arteezy cannot afford to die. They need a good RP. S4 are waiting his time for now. RP on the ready. CDEC decides Rax is maybe more important. They give up going for the throne. Instead, they're going to go for at least the Rax here, but they've got to go for the throne. They've been Mega Creeps here. Familiar's now in the base as well. Working on the tier 4 towers. They're going to bring down, well, they're going to go for the throne once more. S4 needs to find a big play here. They're going to go for the game-ending push with the Lycan in the dire face. They get a nice skewer. SF into the fountain. RP as well. Mikasa's evasion is not going to do it. Meanwhile, Arteezy's going for the dire throne. They can't do this fast enough. CDEC's trying to base race, but you're not winning the base race against a Lycan or Visage, or are you? Throwing down the half HP on the dire side. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side, it's getting down 3/4. They're going to lose this one, it looks like. They can't defend, and CDEC go down. What an ending to this game. Secret with the just right execution and decision making when it came down to it.
Oh,
Holy moly.
Was really close.
A lot closer than I expected.
We need a breather.
Oh my gosh. S4, it wasn't the RP I was expecting for the defense, but it was still a big one. Getting the SF in the fountain, taking him out of the picture.